Hello, hello. This is Lisa from Happytohook Creations. And I guess we know what today is, right? It's Friday. Woo woo. Oh my gosh. I've been like extremely busy. I was hoping to do a video this morning, but so even though it's Veterans Day and our office is closed, there's still school. So yeah, we woke up. I'm thinking, oh, I can sleep in. No. I woke up at 7:30. The bell rang for Abby at 8 o'clock. So I'm like, I asked the A word to drop in on her room, and I'm like screaming at her, I need you to get up. I overslept. I'm sorry. It's 7:30. Oh man. So that's how my day started. It was really neat though, because she gets right up and gets dressed when she knows that she has to. So any other time though, I'm like, man, are you ready yet? Been waiting. Not today. I told her she does not like being late for school. So that's what did it, because we didn't have like an event to go to, or, something that she really didn't want to do or wasn't wanting to get out. It was school. So boy, she was up and at 'em. Oh my goodness. Anyway. It was kind of crazy. It was a crazy Friday already. I needed the day off though. It's nice to have a 3-day weekend. I love it. And of course, we're setting up tonight for the craft show that starts at 7. It's the meet and greet, and from 7 to 9. That gives people time to come on Friday. They usually come like right after work to see what they have. They may come back on Saturday, or they may just make the purchases tonight. And yeah, and I used to never do it. I'm sure I've mentioned that to you before. And then I was like, wow, people really do show up for those 2 hours. And sometimes they come at like 6 o'clock, and you should be set up. So they tell you to be set up by 6. That way, if anybody comes, you're safe and you've got your stuff up, or at least, you're getting it ready to, have it set up and ready for sales by 7 o'clock. Anyway, so yes, it's Friday. I do have a few things to show you. I haven't worked on a lot for the Friday items, because I've been trying to replenish some of the items for my craft show, and excuse me, and 2 of my grandchildren were sick. So I hope this is not what, I keep clearing my throat. It's driving me crazy. Excuse me. So today marks the first day of our cold front. I was hoping that it was going to be like, 75 or something. But I think that when I checked, it was 48 degrees. The heater keeps coming on. I don't like when my heater comes on. I don't like that I had to turn on my heater in the first place. So I have to go out and buy firewood today, because I love having a fire when it's between 30 and 40 degrees outside, especially at night when it's colder. We're watching TV. I love to just start a fire and let it burn for a few hours. We start it right before dinner, and then by bedtime, hopefully it's done, and we will have had fire for the night. I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't, guys. Anyway, I do have a few things to show you. So I found a few items in this bag, just 2. This is the bag that I take with me when we go to Florida. It's one of my official bags. I usually take like 2 big bags like this, and I fill them with yarn. So this one, there's still some stuff in there. So I'm just like fiddling around. I don't even know if they still have this yarn, but I found 2 of these in there. I must have been, wanting to, and just kind of some odds and ends, some really pretty colors, blues and teals and grays. But there were 2 items that were in there that I had worked on. And I know it's been a while. I mean, it's been 3 years since we've been to Disney. We usually go every 3 to 4 years. And I know this one was old, because when I first started making the ponytail holders, I didn't use an elastic. I just chained 28 and just left a hole. That's it. So there's no elastic in here. I made a bunch of my hats that I sold just like this, with no elastic band that would break. So I thought, yeah, this is good. Now I make them with an elastic band. But yeah, before I didn't, and I know this is what I have. This bad boy is going to get frogged. This was also, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it being like a standard double crochet. I just love texture. I love texture. So I want to do this in a different stitch. I don't have any idea what stitch. And it looks like I did half double at the top or one row or something, and then a tighter double crochet. It looks kind of funny right there. Just drop the ball. Don't even care. It's just, the ball's just rolling around on the floor. But, so I will take this out. Excuse me. Now, from the ball to, it looked like I might have had enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I was already at 11 rows. So when I make a beanie, my beanie averages about 14 rows. And then I do the 1 row of half double crochet all the way around. Then I have Jack try it on. My head's much bigger than Jack's, and he hardly has any hair. So I always have him try it on to make sure that it's going to cover his ears, and it, you know, it fits properly. So I'm sure with what I see down there, I might have had enough for a couple more rows. So I don't know, maybe I'll add another color in here with this. I have no idea what, but this is definitely getting frogged. Right, let me get this, because it's just kind of, it just doesn't want to get picked up. I don't understand that. It's like, no, hold on a minute. Let's try it again. All right. I'm going to roll this up. I'm actually going to frog it as I'm talking to you. Let's pull it out. Let's do it. So anyway, yeah. So I made them. I used to make them without, oh, that's just causing too much trouble. We'll frog it later. Or maybe, oh, there we go. I got it. So, oh, I always forget to turn this down. There we go. So the other thing that I found was when I first started doing, it's called, I think it's called like a 30-minute chunky beanie, or 1 hour chunky beanie. No, I think it's 30-minute. And it makes its own brim. So if you do so many stitches for the brim, so many for the body, and then so many for the top part, because for cinching, it's not like a big open, it's a little bit smaller as you do it. So I found one in here. Let me show you. I'm going to put this aside for now. I'm actually drinking donut shop coffee and French vanilla, because, you know, I got like a 64-ounce container I got to use up. And that's very good. Okay, so this is not softy chunky. What is this? It's really soft. It's got cranberry color. Isn't that beautiful? So I have tried to find this. I know it's there, but usually this was, you know, it's been a free pattern forever. And then when I tried to look for it the last time I was showing, because I make a lot of these with the It's Fall Y'all shawl or cowl. I like to make this hat to go with those cowls and sell them as a set. When I tried to find it before, it was a paid-for pattern. I've never had to pay for this. I found it on Pinterest one year and just loved how it worked up really quick because you use chunky yarn. So if I can find it, I'm sure there's a website on there that just lets you have it for free. And I know I pinned it. So I'll check, and then I'll put it in the description box below if I can find it. So if you notice, now this is just like a 30-minute, right? So I must have been interrupted because it's been sitting in that bag for who knows how long. I don't know. I might have used that bag for something else. I just can't see this sitting for 3 years. But I usually don't use that Florida bag unless I go to Florida. That's what I bought it for. So you make so many, it's like the single crochets, and then you make the body, half double crochets, and then single crochets back loop only. So you see how it's making its shape? This is the brim, this is the body, and then it's just a little bit smaller at the top. So you're just going to make a big long, excuse me. You're just going to make a long strip. And this is how it'll look. Then you're going to fold it in half. Sew up the side, cinch the top, put a pom-pom on it if you want, or leave it. And then you're going to have a hat that already has the brim attached to it. It's really neat, and I've made so many of these. So I'm definitely going to finish this one. I don't know if I have any more of this. I've got all kinds of reds and burgundies, but I'm not sure if I have this color. But I definitely want to finish this hat. I might have enough for like a headband or something. But yeah, I'm just trying. I think this was a Stylecraft chunky. I don't know, because you know the label isn't there, but this is definitely going to be a finish. So I'm going to finish that. And I did do a few rows of the summer shawl, the one that I was using this really pretty green, very thin sock yarn on. I love this green. I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, you guys, it's just because it's so small. I usually work these up with 2. Now I thought I had purchased 2 hanks of this yarn. I can't find a second one. So this is all I've gotten done. There's this thing. So yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 rows. That's it. So this one might just get put aside for a minute because it's like, the last one I made, the blue one, I used the Hobie yarn, the Universe yarn, and I held 2 strands together. So that moved a little bit quicker. I love the shawl, and I don't want to frog it, but man, and it's Christmas time, so I feel it's weird, and I know I shouldn't, but when I work on something like this, I just feel like, man, I could be doing something else for the time it's going to take me to do the chain 5s and the attach and the chain. And, you know, I don't know, but it's really pretty. And, you know, the more you make, the more weight, it just causes this to stretch out. I've never had to block it. It's done its own thing. So it's beautiful. I do love this pattern. I've made several shawls. And like I said, I don't want to frog it, but just working on those 3 rows, I was like, ugh, do I really want to work on this right now? It's a summer shawl. I have several. I can do it later. So I'm probably going to do that one later. I did get my the rainbow dress. I got that out. This is the last item that I have to show you. I got it out. I wanted to show you how it is looking. So this is, of course, bag a day, right? So instead of the little loops, I am doing, can you guys see that? It is, what is this? 5 double crochet to make like the shell. And then you go to a V-stitch. And then you do 5 double crochets and then a V-stitch. And you just go back and forth and you just line them up. You're lining them up. And I love the way it looks. I love it. And here's the ball from when I frogged it and had the, I frogged it and then I had the skein of yarn that was kind of getting all goofy. So I just rolled it up and here it is. And I did find another probably half a skein. So I'll have enough to finish the dress. And I have enough of this color, this turquoise, that I can trim it when it's done. So when I'm done with this, this should be like a size 2 toddler. It shouldn't be a problem. I think a 2-year-old should be able to fit it because it's still got, you know, a ways to go. But yeah, and I like it and it works up quick. So hopefully by next Friday, this will be finished, edged, and I'll have a button on there for the back. And we can go from there. This is such soft yarn. I love it. I love it. All right, so there you have it. So I'll have hopefully the dress, and I know the hat will be done. Not too sure if what I'm gonna do with this. I'll probably make another hat. You know, this would be really cute. I've started, what are they? I've started the ornament hats from Jada and Stitches. I make them every year. But I have never sold any on my craft shows. I always give them away as gifts. So I thought, oh, I'll whip up a few. So I have 3 on the couch right now that I made while watching an episode of Castle with Jack when he was home for lunch. Because he does not have today off. But they work up super quick. I bought a pack of little miniature pom-poms, like, I don't know, ages ago. And you just attach them to the top with a string for them to hang them. I mean, they are really quick, just minutes to make. So if you guys were ever thinking about something quick to either sell or make for gifts, put them on top of the Christmas gifts. Those hats are perfect. They are just perfect. Jada and Stitches. There's several out there, but I really like her. I just like to hear her talk when I'm moving her. And I've made them, so I already know what you got to chain. But I just put the video on just to hear her while I'm making them. Or anyone else for that matter. It doesn't have to be Jada and Stitches while I'm making that particular hat, because I've made them so much, I already know what the pattern is. But that is a really good pattern if you guys are looking for something quick to make and you haven't made one before. What else was I going to tell you? I think that's it. That's all I have for now. I'm going to finish loading up my truck. I had already started, but I forgot that I hung up I hung up the dresses, and I'm like looking around like a goober because I'm like, where are the dresses? I think I left them at the last craft show. And I'm looking around the house, and the coat closet downstairs in the foyer. Yeah, that's where I left them. I wasn't even looking in there. I opened it up to put something away, and there they are, all on the left side of the closet. So at least I found them. The boho vests and the dresses, because I didn't want to take them off the hanger because I knew I've got back-to-back shows. So I just wanted to hang them up so I can, you know, get them quicker, put them in the little bin that I keep them in, and then load them up in the back. So I have those to put in there, and then the items that I've made, all the hats that I've showed you, I'm going to toss those in there as well. And then I'm ready to go. Once I pick up Abby from school, we are going to go set everything up, and we'll get something to eat first. But then we'll set it all up and be ready for tonight and then in the morning. And I'll remember to take pictures. So that's it for now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday, and even better Veterans Day. If you have served, thank you. If anyone in your family has served or you even know someone, thank you guys so much for your service. As you know, I grew up in a military household. My dad was in the Army. I've had nieces, nephews, brothers, and all branches of the military but Navy. But we had a really, really good friend. We used to hang out all the time. They were good friends of ours, Yvette and Greg, and he was Navy. So I've known him from all the branches, but I've had several in my family in the Air Force. I've had a few Marines, one brother, one nephew, and 5th-generation Army. Oh, man, it's crazy. So if you are celebrating a birthday today, my nephew Matthew, he's 41. Happy birthday. He doesn't watch, but his wife does. So she'll be able to, I've already sent him a message, but she'll say, oh, she mentioned you. But if you are having a birthday today, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. And I'm hoping if it's cold where you are, you're staying warm. If it's warm where you are, I hope you're staying cool, whichever you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, of course, here on YouTube, and also Pinterest. Check out my pins. I've got lots of free crochet patterns over there for you. So I will see you when I see you. Happy hooking, everyone. Bye.